And welcome back to another episode of Brown Town. I am Maz.
I am Sam.
Moses.
And today, we have two people behind the mics, behind the cameras, but you'll still be able to hear them, so I don't know why one of them's singing. So if you want to introduce yourself behind the camera.
Ladies first.
Come on, lads.
I was dead.
That
just didn't bang.
Time is.
That just did not bang.
Do you want to just say your names and then
You know
let's
what?
get
Yeah.
on with it?
You know what? You're cancelled, innit?
Already?
Yeah. You're
This is
done.
why Leo's episode was better.
Yeah.
And yours not uploaded yet.
All right, so can you actually say your name,
Yeah,
please?
my name's Aladdin. It's good, man. I'm out here.
My name's Jeff.
So if you watched the last episode.
No, it's Leo. It's Leo behind the camera.
Moses
Yeah,
2.0.
So we just thought we'd have some, a few questions because we did enjoy it when Leo asked us because it gave us a different insight. Aladdin is just there because we can't get rid of him. But
What happened in the last
what can
episode?
you do?
Leo
So
can
the last
you-
episode which you missed
Yeah.
was actually our best episode.
So what happened?
Yeah, you'll have to watch and find out.
Ah, man. I really want to watch it, bro. I ain't got time to watch podcasts, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hold it then.
I've started to shoot at my vibe, apparently.
If you've got time to make them, you've got time to watch them too, man.
Exactly.
Nah, that's two different things, bro.
You know what it is? Next time we're recording, just have the other app in your ear and just have it down.
Yes,
here.
listen.
All right. So what we're now starting with, because you've missed it for 3 weeks now, slacking, is a weekly update, but in this case a 2-week update. What's been going on? What's new in your lives? Anything exciting? Anything that you're busy with? Go on, take it away, bro.
Got a new shop there. Barber shop and
Mubarak.
that. Come on.
Like,
Got a new shop and that.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So,
Allahu Akbar.
Come on.
but
don't do none of
yeah,
that.
in yeah, it's in Devon's Road. Big ass shop. Maz is gonna join us.
Yeah. Come on, new
You
ball.
know what? You might as well just be a partner at this point and giving your contributions and all that stuff, innit?
Yeah, they just want my money. Yeah, I'm not gonna give my money.
I love my body, bro. Too.
But yeah, given our situation from before to what it is now, yeah, no, alhamdulillah, it's really good now. Hopefully the shop pops off. I mean, in the location it is. Foot traffic is going to be crazy because it's outside the DLR station and there's new buildings all over the place and yeah, people buying foods from Bodies or wherever it is, coming for a trim and then should be good. Other than that, it's just work.
Yeah, buddies, if your business goes down, just know people don't want to get trims again from them.
But also, if you are sitting here and realizing Sam still hasn't said what the shop is called, it's called Cutting Edge.
I did.
No, he didn't. It's called. See, he didn't hear it. You didn't say it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's called Cutting Edge.
I like that.
You like that, yeah?
Bro, I told you from when I first told you about it, ages ago, months ago.
Should know this.
So what? Who's the edge that you cut in?
Yours, unless...
Well, I mean, you don't
Can
really
I
have
go
you don't
on
really have a
Edge?
line up
What's
in
your
your
kind
hairline.
of- Can I go on Magneto thing?
That's who that's your money.
Don't worry, bro. We have enhancements.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
we can spray hair fibers on you. You look like a new man. You actually have a hairline.
Turkey's in Devon's Road now. God damn. I love it.
Yeah, look at Leo being all silent. Come on, man. It's all right. It's all right.
No, I'm just letting you, man. do
Aladdin,
your
you're
thing,
getting there still.
What's that?
You're getting there to that stage.
You reckon I'll be like him?
Yeah.
Shit,
Give
I
it
just
like 2-3 years, you'll get there.
2-3
But
years.
yeah, anyway, enough about hairlines. But if you want to sharpen your hairline, get down to Cutting Edge, right next to Devon's Road, DLR station. If you're familiar with Buddies, it's right next to there. Moses, go on. What's been going on?
So I moved into a new place.
Yeah,
Started
Allah Mubarak.
started renovating. The walls are horror.
Don't touch
Three layers of wallpaper on
Is it
that.
just
Don't
free?
touch the cable. Don't touch the cable.
Oh, there's 3 layers of wallpaper on that, so removing that is been a bit of a problem. But yeah, finally painting and need to get the flooring done, so a problem for another day. And yeah, got another car.
Cheers.
Cheers.
He's the fastest one in the group now. He's the fastest one in the
You know,
group
I
now.
saw Sam's car.
Nah,
I saw
nah,
Sam's
nah.
car and I was like, you know what, it's quite nice. innit?
Listen,
So-
I never want to hear it again. Bro always tries to come at me for money man, yeah?
Nah, I'm broke.
2 cars in the yard. Allow it.
No,
Crazy,
but
innit?
the car's getting sold.
Crazy.
Both are
What?
getting sold. I'm gonna be on foot again.
Yeah.
So,
Lies.
can't.
Bro, you're gonna save me. You're gonna save me in your contracts as
I
feet.
might keep this one.
No, he is keeping that.
No, I'm selling both. So then you're gonna save me in your contracts as feet. I'm gonna be on foot again, bro.
You already were.
Yeah. Oh, you're selling both, which means more money in your account.
Yeah.
Nah.
See that?
It's gone, innit?
Economics.
Disappeared.
The only reason he wants to sell both is because he has another one lined up.
Of course.
These 2 cars are too old for him. He needs something more
Everything that's
nicer.
Came out last week. It's too old for me.
honestly.
man there.
A man of bullshit man talk. Wow.
But yeah, if you guys want to give us a quick one behind the cameras, anything exciting going on in your lives apart from knowing us,
Yeah, I think that's the highlight of my week, you know.
probably.
Yeah, probably
What
is.
were you up to today?
Oh yeah.
Your poor attempt at a challenge.
I'm a failure, guys. I'm a
Oh, go on,
failure.
what happened?
What
Yeah.
happened? Oh,
I did
Tell them what it is first. And then.
So I got shouted by a friend who has a partnership with Morley's. Went down to do a 50 wings challenge.
What was the time limit on it?
Technically unlimited.
Forget the
but,
time limit. Ask him how many you did.
Go on. Nah.
11.
I'm generally
Bro, the way
11.
he eats Nando's, he can't be that bad. Go on.
How many do you think I did?
11.
Okay, the way you eat Nando's, I'd say that 30
Okay.
at least.
How many do you think I
Okay.
did? Genuine.
Given how his reaction, I'll say about 11.
Alright, give him the hint. Give him the hint. 17,
38. Yeah, babe. Yeah.
Oh,
Bro had 17.
17 wings.
oh my god.
Bro, and I had the 18th one. I had to spit it out.
No way.
I started feeling grr. I had to call it a day. I was in next man's yard, innit? So I couldn't really. You know what I'm saying? If I
Well,
was
you're doing the challenge in someone's house.
yeah. So we got the
You're
wings
doing
and
it
went to
in
his house.
Morley's.
I don't know. We went to his house for some reason, but it's just
It's
either
not
way.
really.
Right, it's not adding up.
I was gonna say,
Are you
is,
sure?
is that all the bones he had?
Whoa. Whoa. All right. So is that what's going on in our podcast now? Crazy.
Cut.
That has to cut out. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, man. I feel
But
like
no,
a failure,
I
man.
thought, wait. Mandem said he's got a Morley sponsorship, but he's not allowed to have it in Morley's. So
No, it's not allowed. We just chose not to.
Why?
which just makes it sound like you and your boy decided to just buy 50 wings
No,
and go
because
home and eat it.
we got them. We didn't pay for them.
Huh?
We didn't pay for them.
Where's the proof? You're not even shooting it in Morley's.
No, send them more. It's dropping tomorrow. It's gonna go on both channels. His one and Morley's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So no more,
Guarantee.
we'll see it.
That shit. Get back.
Reaction next week.
Yeah, what's good, man? What happened to you this week?
Nothing, man. One of my things come back in my life. You know what I'm saying? After 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
Cheers, big up.
Last time I spoke to her, she was like, she's like, I miss you. But I was like, I'm on my A right now. She's like, cool, say no more. And she's just come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Came on who's back? Oh, sorry, man.
Bro, what are you doing? That's
You know what?
Yo,
It's
that's
cool.
not
No
what
one
our
can see his
podcast
face,
is
innit?
about. You know that, right?
Shit, so sorry.
That's not what our
crazy.
podcast is about.
Sorry, I'm
That's
misunderstood.
crazy. You're definitely adding some different kind of vibes to the podcast, you know.
Honestly,
That's
That's why we prefer
I
Joe.
rate it.
You know what I'm saying? But I've got a question for you lot though, unless you lot got something else.
I mean, we do, but we're happy to take
I go on, do your
questions.
thing, do your thing.
No,
Nah,
go
nah.
for it.
I'll
go
bring
for
it
it,
later.
shoot.
All right, cool.
Because maybe it'll sit a little bit better later anyway, so it's
Calm.
calm.
Nah, but what does it relate
Go
to?
on, just say it.
Nah, it's calm, bro.
Just say it.
We're
and
gonna
if
keep
we
going back
don't-
and forth for
if
like
we
50
think-
minutes,
If
bro.
we
Nah,
think it doesn't
basically-
go with it, we'll just cut it out and then come back to
Nah,
it.
basically, I was gonna ask you. I was thinking like, you know, sometimes when people describe things like in 3 words or describe something in 3 words, describe being Asian in 3 words.
Ooh, I like that one.
I should have given me a week to think about that one. That's homework, bro.
Describe being Asian in 3 words.
Yeah, 3 words. Like obviously, doesn't have to make a sentence. Obviously, but like 3 separate words to describe what it's like to be Asian.
Expectations. Emotions.
Do you think Broski knows emotions are just a human thing, or?
You know what I was waiting for him to say the third one. I was like, now we know who the broken one is.
Yeah, I'll firm it. Okay, I don't know. I can't-
Judgmental?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking something else, man. I'd
I mean, got a week. I was joking.
say fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Wow. He
Fun.
really stretched the vocabulary for this one.
Yeah. Fun.
I mean, what would I say? Hospitable.
Food.
Clearly.
That's part of it, mate.
I know.
So you don't have to explain it further.
I'm just saying, innit?
This guy.
Waste, man.
Hospitable. Judgmental.
You know that was said like a minute ago.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
No, but it's because it was him. They didn't care.
They didn't care. You know
That
that
speaks to my
that's
minus
true.
12 decibels, bro.
Hospitable, judgmental, and family.
Yep.
Your one landed better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just stole.
Yeah, some
all
people just got it, innit?
They just stole all the words now. I'm out of words.
No, it's only 3.
And my vocab ain't that big, bro. I didn't pass English.
Rotted. Come on. You too.
I was,
Broski
I was
got 3
joking, bro. Relax.
I'm serious.
Bro, that was one of his 3 GCSEs, alright? Leave him alone.
I got 2. It's fine.
English wasn't one of them.
Was that?
English wasn't one of them for you.
Absolutely
Yeah, common sense was one for you. What's
Come
this
on.
repeat?
Yeah, so his response is gonna
It's-
be
it's-
released next week.
It's just, we'll come back to it, innit? I
Man,
don't think
hurry
about
up,
it.
man.
My guy said 3 words. The first one is it goes, there's the 3 of them.
Come on, man.
I put culture's up there, no?
What?
Culture's up there. I think culture's up.
No, don't give him my days. Let him, let him.
That's my word. You can't say
I
that.
was gonna say
I left that word for you, man.
Rusted.
What a great culture.
Just culture in general.
Culture.
Yeah.
I mean, judgmental is a really good one, but it's been used twice. Free sunnah, but judgmental. And I would say, like, high expectations. I
Yeah,
know
that's
it's an
2
extra
words,
word.
anyway.
I know. Expectations then.
Oh, so what Sam said?
He did it.
Yeah, I did.
I heard that one.
You just don't like me, innit? That's what it is.
Nah, it's
Don't
not
listen
even
to
that,
me.
bro. He was clowning you for not having any words, and he said the word that he said.
Man did it, bro. It's crazy.
I told
Also,
you he's gonna. I
You might
told
wanna
you
sit
his
up 'cause the
homework,
camera won't
bro.
see.
I don't know. It's just like.
But yeah, I'd say those are good words because there's good and bad with our culture. Because we do prioritize like looking after our guests and making sure our family ties are strong and having that sense of community and stuff. But at the same time, we're very judgmental, and that leads to family problems and
Even within the community, bro.
yeah, of course. And there's like high expectations and stuff.
Mm.
And one of those expectations is actually what we're going to talk about today is, your education and your career path and what is seen to be as a lesser career path or a lesser profession versus what you're meant to be aiming for.
Mm.
So I'll just run you through actually something someone said. If you ever want your comments to be included in an episode, please follow us on socials, DM us, reply to our stories. So it was... Okay, they're talking about going to uni.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to do an apprenticeship, right? And it's engineering. And their parents desperately want them to go uni to the point where like it's a bit of beef in the household, innit?
Mm.
Versus going and not going. I guess what's our take on it, innit? What do you lot think? Because they want to know, is it worth fighting their parents and making sure they do their apprenticeship, or should they just suck it up and go uni?
100% worth fighting.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Because
100%.
it's a very specific apprenticeship. It's not some pointless. Some people just go get an apprenticeship because they don't want to go uni, but they want to do something. Go on the Gov website, find anything, which is not bad. Still a good thing to do.
Mm.
But this person clearly wants to do engineering. If you can get in without a degree, you're missing out years of experience. In those 3 years you'll be in uni, you can gain 3 years experience by doing an apprenticeship, because it's similar to what I did in the accounting context, but let's not get into that right now. Another thing is no student debt, which everybody complains about. So that's another thing. And yeah, it's just like, it's a way you grow up quicker. It's real life, innit?
Yeah.
So-
You know when people say they want that uni experience? I don't see the hype about it. I mean, it depends on the
depends what
person.
you
It depends on
do
the person you are.
at
I mean, if you
uni.
like partying or like you are whatnot, then cool. But
No, but it's not even just that. I would say
I know, but a
uni
lot of people when they
experience-
talk about it, like obviously I have like colleagues, friends, or other that go uni, and then when they talk about uni experience and like uni like lifestyle and all that stuff, they're talking about having fun, going out, just being young, if anything. And obviously you mentioned about you have to grow up in a sense.
Yeah, but I'd say like you both went to uni and I didn't, and I've been working full time when you guys started your degree, and you for like 3 times ago.
yes.
Anyways,
So waiting for that.
but yeah, when you guys had that uni experience of working part time
Yeah.
and then like going to lectures, chilling the day, meeting people, vibes, whatever. But me, it was like full time work, so I missed out on that. It's not about partying and that always. Another part of it is just still being young. Like I've been in a 9 to 5 since I was 18 in an office job. This is that. I didn't get to, just chill on a random Wednesday, go out to eat on a random Thursday, go Westfield and shop. Like it's just small things like that. It's memories for you, but you guys will appreciate that. In a couple of years when you're just deep into work and you're like, at least start way too long before. Like, good to chill in it. But for me, it's like I look back at it and I'm like, since 18, I was just work. So
Yeah,
it has its pros and cons, obviously. But as in when people say experience, it's not only for partying. That's what I'm trying to say, basically.
Yeah,
Some
of
people,
course,
you
of
know,
course.
Nah,
It's
that's
not
what
all
just
about
like-
it
partying.
depends on the person.
Yeah, like some people
Yeah.
just want to live
social
like
aspect.
not jump in the deep end so early.
But
Yeah, I
we got-
mean, uni is great for that. I can't lie,
Yeah.
because I wasn't a party girl or anything, but I still met a lot of people,
Exactly.
a lot of friends that I made that I wouldn't have made otherwise, and some memories and stuff that I'll never forget. It will stay with me forever, type thing, innit?
Mm.
But I do feel as though, obviously, I haven't done an apprenticeship like that, but I am currently on technically an apprenticeship, right? It's pretty much the same experience in that sense, in the social aspect of things. Like, while, yeah, there may not be a common room type area where everyone in the uni is chilling, there is still that social aspect of everyone else who's also doing the same thing as you. And it's a bit easier in that sense because you're all working towards the same thing. So there's common ground there already. So I don't think you'll miss that social aspect by not going to uni if you choose an apprenticeship type thing. And I feel like if you are a party girl or whatever, you'll find a party anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you really want something, you go look for it, you'll find it. I think for Asian parents especially, all they know is uni.
Yeah, no, I was gonna touch in regards to the question. Like when it came to me wanting to do a degree apprenticeship, like convincing my parents, like even to this day, I'll like ask them about it, but they're fed up to the point of me like going back and forth with uni and like third time.
No, they're just fed
But,
up, bro.
Yeah, they're fed up with it. They're like, just get a 9 to 5 job in it. It's one of them. But like, I have my full-time job, but I'm doing uni at the same time. So I mean, making it work. But again, it's like I was always an advocate for apprenticeships, only because you gain that experience. I think of it as you're studying and getting paid at the same time. So it's a win-win in my head. So I mean, if you manage to explain to your parents like in that sort of sense and get someone else, maybe I don't know, let's say someone that's done a degree apprenticeship, or I don't know, your teachers or whoever it is, or maybe someone that they respect or they value their opinions of, then try that avenue. If not, then yeah, it's gonna be a bit techie, innit?
I think what we have to remember about, for us, like people with first generation immigrant parents especially, is that what they know of, the uni life and stuff, most of them haven't gone uni. Most of them haven't done anything like that. So for them, they're basing their experience of what they've seen other people do, other people's kids do, and what they were told was the way when they first came to the country. So back then, apprenticeships were a joke, innit? Like, there was no focus on them. You couldn't get anywhere with them, or you're completely stuck in one field for the rest of your life type thing. And now they've sort of branched off more, people understanding that there are transferable skills, there's more investment going into it. Before, degree apprenticeships were nothing. Now, there's quite a weight to them. But it's always hard because South Asian parents do have that sort of hardness and that pride and ego in them. Still to this day, where one, they don't want to be wrong, and two, they care too much about what other people think. So it's not necessarily that they think the apprenticeship is wrong for you. It's that they want to be able to say, yeah, my son, daughter has a degree. They've studied engineering, they're an engineer. The way I see it, you've got to try and find a way to make them understand that you'll still be an engineer. You'll still,
Most of them are equivalent to like a master's anyways by the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a degree, but by the time I finish my ACCA, I have a master's in accounting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and think
Same
of it
thing.
this way, yeah? I went and did my degree, and now I'm doing the apprenticeship. How about that? That's 7 years of my life.
I'm sorry. Feel bad.
Nah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have both experiences. Though.
Exactly.
Now I can see both sides quite well. And, the doors that both of them open. Because there's benefits to it as well. Some of the people you'll meet in uni who aren't in your course, but who still have connections to things, there's a lot of people that will open a lot of doors for you that you wouldn't otherwise see. So if that is the case, then it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, man, I was gonna say for people that are listening, say for example, if someone's on a path to choosing either university or apprenticeship, like obviously you say you're doing both, or you're doing apprenticeship now and you've done uni already. Like, how different is it? Like, how would you describe them, or what's the difference for both of them?
I'd say I mean, the big difference is this one I'm getting paid to do, and the degree I paid to do. Do you know what I mean? But apart from that, there's not really too many differences. I feel like with uni, it was more like a lot more social aspect to it, and a lot more lele, and go in when you want. If you want to miss a lecture type beat. Like it's really not that deep. And for some people that's better, for some people that's worse. I was one of the people who didn't take it as seriously as I should have, just because I didn't need to. Whereas this apprenticeship, it's like you do need to, because there's that sense of this is now your career on the line type of thing. Like if I keep failing, I'm not gonna be with a job anymore. So in that sense, I think an apprenticeship is sometimes better because you're a bit more serious about it. Whereas uni is obviously, some people just go there to enjoy their lifestyle, and then afterwards realize, I just wasted 3 years of my life. There's not too many differences with it, man. It's quite similar. And teaching style, I actually prefer the apprenticeship. And for everyone who's coming out of education, everyone has a big problem with jumping from sixth form education to uni, because uni is a complete different ball game. It's like playing Sunday League and then being put into Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? Like, quite similar now. But otherwise, very different ball games. You know what I mean? Like, whereas in apprenticeships, it's a bit more what you're used to. So you'll be a bit more comfortable, and you'll be better at retaining information in the beginning, in my opinion.
Like a classroom based. So
It's classroom based, but it's a bit more serious in terms of
like seminars.
you don't have all the time in the world, innit? You get a time frame to get your studies done, then revision, and then exam. So it's more.
Yeah, like for people like me, that's perfect, because me giving like freedom and like, cool, you got the freedom to whether you come in or not go in. Like,
yeah, bro, it's a problem.
It's
Innit?
a problem.
Problem.
It's like when I went sixth form first at John Cass, there's too much freedom there.
Yeah,
Like that's why I couldn't be bothered going in, and because I knew like I could scrape by, but attending one lesson a week or something like that, that was my mindset. I didn't want to do it. Then when I went back to Stepney, it was just strict, but it helped because it put me on track.
I'll say another thing that helps, especially with the one I'm doing, is pay rises. Because with your apprenticeship, with certain apprenticeships as well, the more exams you pass, the higher your pay is. So that's a very big difference from uni. No matter how many you pass, you're not guaranteed anything. Do you know what I mean?
It's that motivation, isn't it? You know, when you finish this exam and you hit that milestone, you finish that level of exams, you know what money's coming in, and that is the biggest motivation, innit? We do this for money, innit?
Yeah, bro. Do you remember last episode I was telling you I got a calendar for the first time in my life? Why do you think these next 2 exams, if I pass them, I get a pay rise? There's no way in hell I am failing.
Barbering equipment and all that stuff.
Lambertic.
What has that got to do with it?
You know
Pay
your
rise,
rise
isn't it?
coming,
Ready?
innit?
Ready?
You know a pay rise is coming. That's why you're.
That should be more lately with the barber thing. I just enjoy being a barber, man. It's just fun. I see the lifestyle. It's crazy.
Yeah, the lifestyle. Chilling.
But yeah, leading on to that, I think it doesn't stop at uni. Because for those people who do have harder parents and stuff, there will always be a point where you'll have to face it, whether it's uni versus apprenticeship or even the type of job you're trying to do. Because a lot of South Asian parents have a stigma towards certain jobs and what you should and shouldn't do, what jobs are serious and are unserious type of thing. And I feel like that does restrict a lot of people in terms of what they enjoy versus what they end up having to do.
100%, but that's why I think with that person you're saying who wants to do engineering, they know they want to do engineering.
Yeah.
Getting a degree in engineering doesn't guarantee you a job, but getting that apprenticeship, doing it, seeing it out to the end,
Guaranteed.
you've got your job, you've got the qualification, and you've got experience. Like me right now, when I come up against a graduate, example for a job, they'd rather take me because I've got 4 years experience, and I'm ready to start the same exams they're going to start. So would you rather have someone with 4 years experience or no experience? That's where it comes. And that's, an apprenticeship route. So for that person, I'd say it definitely is one thing. It comes back to it. They'll have that experience, which is...
Yeah. I think in general, it is based on if you know what you want to
do. Yeah, if you don't know what you want to do, don't know what you want to do, but you want to have a degree because you want to get into that level of work one day, go get a degree.
Yeah,
that's what I would say, because a degree still opens up so many doors. You can do an English degree and become an accountant.
Yeah, of course.
So having a degree, I wouldn't
Bro,
say it's bad.
when I went for one of my first interviews at a company, not gonna name them because they didn't hire me. One,
I want to know now.
if you're my boy, you know.
Yeah, see, I know. I plugged in it. Was that one?
Nah,
Oh.
nah,
Is the one that
No?
showed you there was an
Nah,
apprenticeship
nah,
for it?
Which one? Oh.
nah, D.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, the first ever one.
shit.
Basically, I was talking to one of the senior trainees, and she did geography, but because she had the degree, they let her study it.
So many
and
people
so
come
she
from-
has the benefits of like the apprenticeship and the wage rises and all of that. So it is based on specialism versus having a wider range of doors open for you. But yeah, it's tough sometimes, like arguing with your parents. Sometimes you just have to take it on the chin. And in our religion especially, if you do something, for the sake of Allah, to please your parents, then you know that Allah is always with you and there will be blessing on what you choose to do, if you do it for the right reasons, of course. So yeah, I think it's harder to accept when you're younger, but sometimes you do just have to listen, and there's
Yeah.
blessing in listening.
Always. Always.
But keep in mind, apprenticeships are very tough to get into as well.
Everything's
Very,
tough, brother.
very tough. It's
Life's
so much
tough.
competition.
It's competitiveness everywhere.
No.
Just to hire this space, we had to fight other people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Totally.
But it's like in that
competition
aspect,
everywhere. Yeah.
if that person doesn't get in, they know the other route. If they really want to do that, they're going to do a degree.
Yeah.
You have to get in somehow.
yeah.
So they'll do it if
Cool,
that's the
game's
case.
game.
Have you seen there's a medicine degree apprenticeships coming out now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know when they're actually
I
going
know.
to.
I think next year or the year after that.
It's gonna make a lot of Asian parents happy,
I know.
That's when apprenticeships will be accepted.
Yeah, 100%.
For being a doctor.
For being a doctor,
Calm.
bro. Man, being a doctor is like you'll make your parents
That's the biggest smile.
the
you give 'em.
happiest in the world. You can buy them a yard, yeah. It doesn't equate to you becoming a doctor.
Doctor, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy, this Asian lifestyle. But yeah, I do think though that sometimes they're a bit too harsh regarding certain career paths for their children
Oh
and
my
stuff,
gosh. But-
and what they believe is realistic versus what's not. A big one for Asian boys especially is like the dream of becoming a footballer at a young age and how quickly that's squashed. Like, yeah, calm. If the industry squashes me, they squash me, innit? But before I've even been allowed to be squashed, my parents squash it, innit? And that's how it is for a lot of South Asian ballers. Because whenever you speak to people, they're always like, oh, there's a lot of good South Asian ballers in the Sunday League. Like, how come there's no one pro? And it's like, I don't know how to explain it to you, bro, other than their parents don't want them to become ballers, so they'll drop out of it eventually.
They're just scared, innit? They're scared that the child puts everything into football, puts nothing into education, and then they won't get a degree and be a doctor. So, bottom line, that's what it is, innit?
What are the South Asian pro footballers out there?
There
Has anyone
are,
made
but
it?
They're like mixed race and stuff.
Yeah,
innit?
like,
So,
there's not
Zidane
been a
Iqbal.
pure, like, Bengali or Pakistani or Indian been in the
Mm.
top 5 leagues. Like, it's just not happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Had that dream, man.
upcoming.
Yeah.
It will happen.
I think, it will happen. It's about time, but, it wasn't for this
Yeah.
generation.
Also, the other question is, what countries are in South Asia as well?
So. South Asia is India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and that is basically it. That's South
is it,
Asia.
isn't
Not
it?
big.
What about Tibet? Is Tibet in South Asia?
Not too sure, bro.
It's sort of it's not counted as South Asia, but it's in that area. It's like, because South Asia isn't really a thing in it. They're basically they're in Asia, but they're not counted as South Asian. South Asian is more like us brown people, innit?
Okay.
Yeah.
It just reminds me how much I failed geography, but yeah, didn't go to plan.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? A lot of South Asians only know India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan because they're like the big three. Some people like they don't even know what Nepal is.
Yeah, that's bull.
Yeah, the best next in Nepal as well, I believe.
Yeah, but I think it's just above, so it does like we don't really, you don't really classify it as South Asia, and I don't know if they'd classify themselves as South Asian as well, innit? Did you know Nepal is the only country without 4 sides in the flag? Yeah. They've got like it's like 2 triangles. It's the only country in the world without rectangle flag.
Yeah, what colour is the flag?
It's blue border, I think, and then it's like a pinkish magenta background with like circles.
Nepal, you're right. It's South Asia.
Yeah.
Nepal.
But yeah,
Fairs.
learn something new every day, man.
Did not know that.
Listen, stay in school, kids. Yeah, you don't ever want to look stupid. But yeah,
But another job that barbering, that's one that's
I was
obviously
gonna
looked
bring it
down
back.
upon.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously in Bangladesh, like that's seen as a poor man's job. And I remember like really clearly when I spoke to my daddy, so my grandma, she basically heard that I was cutting hair. So I was like, called us in Eid Mubarak and stuff, and then she's like, "I heard you're cutting hair," and I was like, "Yeah," and then she's like, obviously, what's she did they call it, man, in Bangla?
There's a
They
lot
just
of
call it
words.
like it's a poor man's job, innit? And then she was
But
just
one thing
violating
you've
me.
got to think is that's a
Hamla.
different market, innit?
What, Hamla?
Yeah, Hamla or something.
No, not even that, man. It was
Yeah?
something else.
No, but it's a
something
different
I can't-
market.
I
In
can't
Desh,
remember.
you're not gonna have
I know, I
any
know,
life
I
with
know,
a
I heard
barber.
that, I know.
They charge £2 or
I heard that,
something,
but
or was it
obviously
£1?
No,
she-
but that's what we're saying.
Yeah,
innit?
so
Yeah.
she heard that, and then she was just violating me. And then obviously, I just don't know what to say, and so I'm like, okay, cool. And then afterwards, I told her I made this much money in like this many days, and then she's like, oh, okay. And then and
Money
then she was like,
talks.
okay, cool, maybe like let me back off the violations now.
Yeah.
And then but now obviously over the years now everyone just gradually got accustomed to it. So even like my nan as well, like she was heavy with the violations. So
Even here, 5 years ago, it wasn't rated. Now,
No, of
like
course.
it's after
everyone
COVID,
knows.
man. I mean, big up
Yeah.
America for that. They've like put the barbering game like on YouTube, like they blew it up, and like obviously they're charging like $50 like minimum.
Yeah, ridiculous, man. I miss my £10 trims, bro. This guy
they charge
charges me
£5 trims.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but you get nice haircuts. It's not that one.
Yo, show us your trim today, though.
You see, he did this yesterday.
You missed it. What happened inside?
Yeah, we're trimmed, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So like,
Where's your
what
trim,
happened
bro?
on,
I have to pay. That's the difference. I have to pay a ridiculous fee.
Yeah, but if you trimmed like trim for trim.
trim for trim.
What's
But
the
yeah,
whole world
learn
should be
the trade.
barbers now?
Yeah.
I think
course.
with South Asians, that's the main problem with many professions in the beginning. Is they don't know if you'll make enough money from doing what you want to do to sustain a good lifestyle and to not be seen as broke. Because for me, even like photography and stuff, my parents laughed at me in the beginning and they were like, oh, you can't really take that seriously. Obviously, in my head, I was always like, why not? Like, I know there's bread in this game. But I couldn't make them see it until I started speaking to them about the clients that I'm getting, and the number of jobs I was getting was just increasing. And then when I landed a few jobs with the FA, that's when my dad was like, oh, like you're actually doing something with this. And I was like,
Yeah.
so this whole time, if I was a joke, man, if I was just snapping my camera for no reason. But yeah, I think
It comes
It's-
with a different generation. That's what it is.
yeah, of
Like,
course.
You never know. Like in 20 years' time, we may look at our kids one day, but what the hell are you on about? It's some ridiculous thing.
No, of course, because
Yeah,
our kids are going to be Fortnite streamers. Do you know what I mean?
That's getting banned.
That's getting banned.
No, I'm just saying in my house it's not gonna happen.
Oh.
Okay, so we have seen live proof here.
where he says that his dad killed his dreams, yeah, yeah. When your son says that,
He doesn't even,
I'm
he doesn't
pull
have a
this
wife,
up.
let alone a kid, and he's already oppressing his son or daughter,
Okay.
Mad.
saying they can't stream.
No,
See, you have just carried the generational
Yeah.
curse.
good.
Wow, you know what? You deserved everything.
The
your dad
root,
gave
you are the root of the problem.
So here's a question for you. So see how your parents like were quite strict and they wanted you lot to do particular things. Are you lot gonna have the same expectations for your kids? Like, what you lot want your children to do?
I think, firstly, I don't think our parents were strict. Maybe his.
My dad was, but
Yeah, but I think it was more of they wanted to implement a guideline for us. And like they were always flexible with what I wanted to do, provided it was a degree subject. But the degree is what they were fixated on. But I think for most of us, maybe not my boy over here, for most of us, I think it will change, definitely. Because I know that now the world we live in is so adaptable, and I don't know what the next game is. I don't know where the next, loaf of bread is. Do you know what I mean? So where my kid can find an opportunity, it might be something I've never even thought about. But I think because we've been living in this country since we were born, type, and we know how things work and how social media can play a part in stuff. If it's something that I can research and be like, all right, cool, there's money in it. For me, it's something that one of my granddads actually said to me, and it stuck by me like forever. Like he told me this when we were young, me and his son, like we're the similar age, so he said it to us at the same time. He goes, I don't care what you do. Yeah, I don't care if you want to be a bin man, if you want to be a chef, if you want to be an accountant, if you want to be an engineer. I do not care. What I care is that you are the best in the role that you choose to be. Yeah, so if you want to be a chef on the restaurant. Yeah, you want to be a bin man, be the head of it. Whatever you want to do, be the top dog. Yeah, make sure you're making the most in that sector and you're respected in that field. And I think that stuck by me, and that's something I'll implement with my kids. I don't care if you have a passion that you want to pursue. If I see you're not putting in the work to be the best in that field that you can be, and I'll support you as much as I can, but if you're not putting in that work, that's when I'll have the problem. Like, all right, you want to do X, Y, Z, but you're not being serious, so you don't want to do it. So let's pick something else. But yeah, I mean, that's just how I feel like I'll go about the whole parenting it.
What about you, man?
Go on. You'll crush it down in 2 seconds.
I mean, we heard it, innit? If he doesn't like it, no.
Nah, but me personally, like, I'd want my son or my daughter as well, like both of them to be like sports driven.
Okay, but this is your problem.
And hold up.
Your dad wanted you to be doctor and he got a barber.
Hold up.
What if they're just shit at sports?
Fair, isn't it? They can. My thing is, I want them to be like, I wanted to do sports, do whatever they're interested in. If they feel like they are really, if I see they're really passionate about one thing, then okay, cool. I'll support them, provide them with the opportunities, like cool, to excel X, Y, Z. Like it's not just going to be specific. Like cool, my son, you have to be like Mbappe. Like, no. If I see that he's not interested in football, then cool, I ain't gonna force him. It's like cool. If he's interested in something else, then yeah.
But provided it's a sport.
Yeah. No. I didn't hear that bit. Sorry.
Hey, your son could be the first. If you have a son, obviously, you might be a daughter. But if you do end up having a son, could be the first professional South Asian.
Can't lie, me personally, because that was my dream, innit, to be the first professional
if I have a kid
footballer.
first.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It might happen.
No, but obviously, yeah. So I did like in my as a dream, yeah, that would be sick.
Well,
But
what
obviously,
about,
you got to be realistic as well, innit?
what about women's football? Is there anyone professional? Any professional women, South Asian women?
This guy, it just doesn't make sense, bro.
It doesn't.
He
But,
just goes, you got to be realistic, yeah? But then you want to drive your son to be a footballer,
No,
but you're
if he's
being
not
realistic
interested-
that he
no,
won't be a footballer.
but if he's
So what's the point?
No, if at that time there is still no South Asian football players up there.
yeah, but
Yeah,
there
you-
won't be.
You know you, yeah? Delay having children for a second,
Nah.
please.
But yeah,
I'm
there,
good.
there aren't any female South Asian ballers either, and I don't think there will be, especially because of religion. Like, as much as I'd want my daughter to do whatever she wants, and I'd support it, I wouldn't let her play football professionally.
I think it'll still be there because there's certain people who,
yeah,
it
yeah, of
will,
course, some, but
yeah, not
religiously,
from-
there's
yeah,
certain limitations
it
that
can't,
we have.
it can't
I
happen.
can't let that run, innit?
How did you get into barbering?
He was not good at anything else.
That's such a lie.
No, I'm playing, man. I love you. Go on.
Now how much? No. This is how it was, yeah. So our boy Moon, he cut my hair. This is when he first started out, so he's cutting my hair, and then I got a lot.
You weren't there from day on.
I was there from that shopping thingy. Yeah.
He was
Anyway,
there from
so-
the flat.
Huh?
Go on.
Anyway, so he cut my hair, and he just took a long time cutting my hair. But this is the first time he's cutting my hair. So then I'm thinking, how hard can it be, innit, just to cut someone's hair? And also, I'm like into my arts and stuff, so I studied art as well. So I thought, you know what? How hard can it be? Just bought a £10 clipper and just cut my little brother's hair. And I thought, you know what? Came out all right. And then I bought myself another pair of clippers. Then I cut my older brother's hair. And then from there, it just like, he liked it and he's kind of picky about his hair. So I was like, cool. And then his boy started rating it. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Let me just keep on going. And then from then, it was like a few people here and there, just like close family,
What year
a
was
few friends, like 2018. And
in
then
the game for
after
years?
that, yeah, and then after that, it was COVID, and that's when it actually started building up because that's when I realized, cool, there's money to be made because everyone's charging stupid prices. But I didn't want to charge like, because there was like young barbers coming in charging £50 for a haircut, like just fresh into the game. So from there, just built up a clientele, and then after that, got my own little office space.
How much are you charging? at
Pardon?
first?
Right now?
No, at first.
At first, it was about a tenner,
Okay, nice.
and then it went to COVID times. It was £20.
Now he charges the same as every other barber. So he's
Now I
defeating
charge
the
a bit
whole.
more, actually.
His point
It's
of
35, innit?
barbers charge so much is part of them.
Yeah, but I upscale myself.
Don't worry,
innit?
I'll
So I
never be
value
that.
I value
I'll never
my
be
sort of
that
work.
guy.
Did you do your trim there?
No, he did.
I did.
Oh, you barb as well, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. yeah.
Oh,
Basically, I saw him do it,
Sick
and I was
trims
like, if
as
he
well.
can do it, I can do it. Light work.
That one works.
His trim's nicer than my trim, though, isn't it?
yeah, that trim's cold.
Oof.
Like, the fade is mad.
You don't want to
Hello.
rate this
He
one?
gave.
No,
He
but I
gave.
can't see it from here.
He gave my trim. I gave
That's
his
nice.
trim.
That one is nice, yeah. But it's kind of standard. I've seen it before. You see that fade there? It's
my hair
so
texture, innit?
particular and so low.
Yeah. Shout
My
out
hair-
Jay's
it's my
barber.
hair.
Nah, it's a mad trim, that one.
Thank you,
that
my bro.
fade
I
there is crazy.
appreciate it.
I had two uncles that had barbershop, so.
Mm.
But you know, you were talking about art as well. What art was it that you was doing that you're good at? You said in school you had a passion for art.
Painting, drawing, pretty much
It was
standard,
dead.
to be
We
honest.
went to the same school.
What school did you go?
Step.
Well, he came
Oh,
out
you
two
went to
GCSEs, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Are you
at
left-handed or
art.
right-handed?
Right.
What about you, Baba? What?
Right-handed.
Right hand, both right
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
Sick.
But the only reason why I like painting is just let me be expressive and that, you know.
Mm.
Like I didn't like specifically, you know how people like paint realistic paintings and stuff like or draw.
Yeah.
I didn't like that sort of things. Like there was things called like expressionism, stuff like that. So it's just like creating an image but using like delicate strokes. So I prefer
Yeah.
those sort of things.
And not to go into the barbering thing too deep, but I like trims and that. But you know, like, what was your speciality? What's the bit that you struggled with most when you first started barbering? Was it the lineup or the fade, or, you know, everyone's kind of got their stronger point until you get to that point where you're kind of universal with all different aspects. But what was when you first started barbering? What was the part of trimming that you struggled with the most?
He
Fades.
struggled with the beards.
Beards, yeah.
Yeah, he really struggled with beards in the beginning. He used to
Not-
piss
not-
me off.
Not fading.
Huh?
Not fading. It was the
Not
line.
yeah,
lining
the
it.
lineup of the beard.
With
With
Oh.
symmetry or
Yeah, we used to have problems, man.
serious.
It's because he wants a
Yeah.
specific way, yeah.
You're,
But
you're a
if you're my
barber, you have to do
barber,
it
you
that
have
way.
to-
I know, but
accommodate
obviously,
for that.
you know when you're accustomed to a certain way, like with all your other clients, but he likes a curve, right? And obviously,
Yeah, I
I'm used
like
to,
it like.
yeah, he likes a
See.
curve.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm used to like going straight down like that, so it aligns with the cheekbone and stuff like that.
You know what? Let me give him some real. He cut my hair. Yeah, this was a couple months ago.
This trim here.
Nah, a couple
this is
months
expired
ago.
now.
Yeah, this is
This is-
expired now. A couple months ago, he cut my hair. Yeah, you know, he gave you this whole story of he's an artist and this and that. I asked him to do a freaking line on my head, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
he gave me the fattest line on my head.
Yo,
some
wait.
squiggity
I'm gonna
fat
send you
line
the
on my head.
picture of it, and you have to put it on the screen.
A squiggity
Oh,
fat line
yeah.
on my head, yeah.
Mm.
And he's telling me he's an artist and barber. This was his strong point, yeah. A long way to go. Still learning. It's an
Hold on.
everyday
in
learning
my
process.
defense, I was cutting out his yard, right?
Mm.
The lighting was shit.
I had
Okay.
strong bulbs.
Okay.
Everyone knows.
Oh,
everyone
brother,
knows
you
I
had
had
one
strong.
bulb there. Like,
He had two in that house actually.
okay, but
And they
still, the
were
lighting was
bright as
shit.
hell.
Nah, it wasn't.
Hey, listen.
telling you,
My boy's just gonna keep lying if we
Yeah.
keep going.
He was an
into this.
artist for the last 10 years, but to do one line on my head, he went
That's where
like
you messed
that.
up. So that's something that you got.
That's what I said, it was a one-off.
Nah, he does.
One
He
off.
does. In terms
It
of
was a
lines and
one-off.
designs, not a lot
Yeah,
of people.
I've
ask him
stopped
for
letting him do any line on my head, and
Okay,
it's
you
just
just
fine.
stick to
It's
the
right.
basics.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
one-off.
You said you like free expression, innit?
Yeah.
And symmetry is not really part of that.
Yeah, because it's specific, isn't it?
He's
Right.
an abstract kind of.
Yeah.
guy.
And what about you? When you first started trimming, what was your kind of not weak
The-
point, but the bit that you
the-
thought that you had to improve on the most?
Making sure that at any angle you couldn't see a line anywhere, because you know when you're going from zero to the skin.
Yeah. The fade, basically.
Yeah, like the
Okay.
bottom bit of the fade.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Okay.
Well-
Is that to do with just the strokes? Like making sure that it blends?
Yeah, it's the technique you use and stuff
Yeah.
in it. And taking your time. I'm a very impatient guy,
Mm.
but I learned a bit of patience in it. So
Sick.
yeah, take my time with it now.
Sick.
But yeah, yeah, I think that's one of those professions that you could never talk about seriously before, but now South Asian barbers are just popping up 24/7. So there will be something else soon. Like when my brother's older and he's around our age, I'm quite intrigued to see what the new thing will be. Like,
It's
what's
crazy,
everyone
bro.
gonna
Every
be
couple of
doing.
years, it's just something different, man.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing for our parents that's hard to accept. Because something that worked for me won't work for my brother. It won't work for my other brother. Like, it will constantly change. Everything will change. And sometimes for them keeping up is, like, it's just a bit long, innit? So everyone just follow the same formula, do the
Yeah.
degree, get.
But
the
for them,
same
it was
type
they
of
were
job.
coming to this country to get an education, get a job, boom. For us, is we grew up here. Everything is there. Everything's accessible. What do we want to do?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'd always be easier on our minds than theirs.
No,
So
of course. And I
can't
think-
fault them as much before.
of
I think
course.
now it's a bit of a problem though. You've been in this country a long time, innit? Like, get with it.
Nah, but now
Get
it's
with it
like
now.
old habits
But-
die hard, innit?
Yeah, but it's like I see a lot of people who, you know, the eldest child had it all tough, but now the youngest one can do whatever in terms of not life. I mean, in careers and stuff,
Yeah.
and it makes sense. You know, they've understood that. You know,
No, but
everything's
it's the same
different.
for me. Like from personal experience, I had to go do the degree.
No, yeah, take one for the team, mate.
Yeah. Now my siblings don't have to,
Yeah.
and they can choose their own path, type of thing. Because, you know, someone's already been there, tried it. It doesn't work for the other kids. It doesn't work for the other kids. But yeah, there's always one kid that has to do it, but it is what it is. Unlucky, mate.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got another question, just kind of like on the same sort of conversation. You went from what you said, Maz, like it sounds like, or just in general, what all three of you said, it sounds like your parents were or had a slightly different outlook than the three of you have now. And I was gonna ask you, do you not think that it's part of like growing up in the UK, and also just on top of that, do you not feel like the next three generations, so your kids and then their kids, like, do you not feel like they'll still keep the same identity that your parents had or like has given to you?
I think for our parents, because they grew up back home, the high earners were the accountants, the doctors, the engineers. Those were the high status people. They're the ones that look down on everyone else, and they're the ones that earn the most. Here, there's not really that sort of culture of looking down on anyone. Like, we all understand that your grind is your grind, apart from certain influencers.
Tesco.
Oh.
Yeah, we spoke about that last week.
Uh,
And then it's also what we've got to understand is, like, even currently, I can go on YouTube and I can make more money than a doctor. I can go make more money than an engineer. I can out earn myself by just going on YouTube every night and uploading. So it has to change, because some people obviously do prioritize the status, but some people prioritize the money. But now with this whole social media thing, it's all wiggity. Yeah, the status is completely off the charts. Like, you could just only have TikTok and only be a TikToker, and people will regard you as higher status than anyone in any professional profession. So we'll have to adapt to it, and then they'll have to adapt to it as well, because something else will be bigger. And
it's the internet now. You can make money from the internet, which they
Yeah.
didn't have.
yeah,
I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, now you can't clown someone for being something because you don't know what they're earning, man. Anyone can earn anything more than you.
100%.
Like, you know,
Even a
The
Tesco worker.
you never know. He
Bro,
could be-
Ryan Toys reviews.
Oh my
Why didn't I do
God.
that with my brother, huh?
Oh my God.
I'm an idiot.
Oh my God. That kid.
That
yeah.
kid is so clear, it's unbelievable. And
Yeah.
I think he's still only like 10. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That's
bro,
crazy.
That kid's serious.
it's crazy, but that's just how it is, man. Like,
But
how
I
it
think,
was with parents.
but I think for us, it will be like that. So his parents were probably not first generation immigrants, so they could adapt to it, and they
Yeah.
realized that there was a market.
Yeah,
that
they
could tap
realized there was
into.
a market. And
So for
did
us,
that
for
there.
our kids, we'll hopefully be able to tap
Yeah.
into Sam, and then we'll convince Sam to let his
to
kids
let
do it.
his kid not only play football, but
Yeah.
you know, have a life as well.
Quick question, yeah.
Yeah.
So, say like your son or your daughter, they're like, inshallah, really smart in academics and all that stuff,
by force. Anyway.
and like they're really like into, let's say, sports as well, for example. But they want to pursue. They don't. Now you've seen their potential academically and through sports as well, but they're leaning more towards sports. How would you deal with that sort of situation?
I mean, firstly, it depends how old they are.
Say GCC time now.
We
Okay.
care. Your dad didn't let you do it. Yeah.
Nah, it's not that.
Nah.
My dad just had a thing. He saw from a young age that I was like
Look, you started
smart.
him again. We
I'm
lost
sorry,
another
I'm
five
sorry,
minutes.
I'm
He
sorry,
just saw that I was
I'm
smart,
sorry.
so then he just
I
wanted me to
apologize.
focus on
I
that.
apologize.
In that situation, okay, let's say the GCSEs are done.
No, they're
Okay.
on year 11 now. Like they're gonna do it.
Okay.
Let's say it's
okay.
January times.
All right, cool. I mean,
No, I
get
can't lie. Finish your GCSEs.
get your GCSEs. If you do well on your GCSEs, by all means, do whatever the hell you
Yeah.
want, man. I do not care. But just know, if I invest in you, and you are not in the Premier League, you're working in Tesco. No, I'm joking. For me, it's what I said before. It's all right if you are serious about the sports things. Get your grades to a certain level. GCSEs are very important still,
Very important.
and then show me how passionate you are. I do not want to see you at home lazing about. I want to see you out every day playing football, or else you're not serious. You don't want it. Do you know what I mean? And if you can't put that passion in, decide on something else. I will never limit my kids just because I think XYZ isn't good for you. I want you to understand that this may not be for you. If you become a football player, you have to train 6 days a week. If you're not happy to do that for free, don't do it. Yeah, what else can I give you at that point? I'm gonna be buying your boots. I'm gonna be taking you training. I'll be your kits, your XYZ. All you have to do is play football. It's basically the lifestyle of a football player, not paying for anything.
Yeah.
If you can't do it then, you can't do it there.
Yeah, if they don't do it, they don't want it.
Yeah,
Simple
exactly.
as, innit?
And
don't
do you know what
want
I'm going to do every day on every match day? I'm going to be the biggest hater. I'm going to call them names. I'm going to say they're bad. Every time they're on the ball, I'm going to heckle them. If you can't handle it, you can't handle it. Don't be a football player. Certain kids need that, man. I can't lie. Little brats.
You guys alright? You both alright?
Yeah,
No,
nah.
our dads had beef with who
Nah,
was
it's
it
not
again?
even that. It's certain like.
Yeah. Nah, it's like we
people
grew
that-
up with different parents. Like you guys
Yeah.
both had all of that. Me, when it came to school, I wasn't that serious, and like my mom didn't really
Yeah.
like force me to do anything. Like,
I don't think she could.
yeah, I mean,
You didn't give her a choice. Let's not blame you.
Bad
it's
man.
not
No,
your
but
mum.
as in like that's just how it was, isn't it? It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
my GCSE results came. I was just like, okay, cool, boom, done, bye.
Mm.
Like, I went back out, and then college, like, I just did not go to college, and then it was just it. It was up to me what I wanted to do.
Mm.
There was no push at all. Like me doing accounting was me myself. That was when I decided, okay, I'm gonna be 18. You know, I need to do something in my life. And it was a choice myself, innit?
But do you feel like because you made that choice yourself, no one had to push you to do anything, that you were more motivated at the beginning to make as much as you could or progress as much as you could? Like,
Yeah, like it's always the thing. It's like I'm just there, like, you know, I figured it out somehow. You know, I only had GCSEs, and you know, it's a regret of mine. That is one regret. I wish I took education more seriously. I feel like at least up to A level point. Like I feel like it would have been nice. You know, that's that level. But alhamdulillah, I found something, got through it, or getting through it, and yeah, that's my motivation. It's like I chose it. I put myself, you know, one step behind by not giving myself the education backing. So if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? And it's just if I lose my job and don't do accounting, then what am I gonna do?
True.
I'm the same as someone who left school. Like, you know,
I think that is a worry though as well. So like in the instance of someone becoming a football player and giving up an education, yes, if now you don't make it, what is your next step?
yeah.
You're now 22, failed in your trials, and all you have is
That's why education is so important in that
GCSE.
aspect.
you need
Keeping
a
the backing
fallback.
because,
You need a fallback.
bro, you could break your
insurance.
leg and then
Yeah.
what? Like you've got no cover.
play. If you can't play with a broken leg, you don't want it. Yeah, if you're watching this in the future, wherever my kid is, I played with a dislocated shoulder. Yeah, I expect
I
the same
dislocated
energy.
it.
And all you gotta say to him is he wasn't pro, so you win.
I was better than them.
I
110%.
support you as future
Oh,
child.
that day was actually so funny, man.
Bro, I dislocated my shoulder, yeah, and he's stretching it, pulling it the other way.
Yeah, I didn't even know dislocate, honestly.
You know that guy just yeah.
No, but I thought it was just a cramp or
Nah,
something.
yeah, we thought it was a pull, so he's literally pulling it away from the bone. Ah, damn, that hurt. But yeah, hey, good memories though.
Yeah.
Good memories. Now in the future, when my shoulder falls off, I'm coming for him. But yeah, I think in general, from people who have had experience like dealing with all sides of it, like seeing parents who are way too high pressured, way too relaxed, and everything in between, I think you gotta understand that it is based on your situation. And for us, sometimes we have to accept that our parents will only see something a certain way. And we still have to accept that at the end of the day, our parents want what's best for us.
Mm.
They might have their own weird way of showing it, and I know, like, when you're 14, 15, it's like
Seems like
you're
the
the
end
main
the
character
war.
of this
Yeah.
anime plot, and everyone's against you. You know, you're the protagonist, and you're not that guy. You know, there's almost-
Everyone has the same
Do
situation.
you know what I mean? Like, there's 8 billion people in the world, and 2 million have
Everyone's-
the same name as you. You're not special. But you've just got to take a step back sometimes. If you feel like what you want to do is something that you're super passionate about, always go for it, in my opinion. You don't want to be someone who later on goes,
Could have done this.
I could have done this. And you don't want to grow up and resent your parents. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to have
I
that.
can't lie. I feel like as soon as you, even when you get to like 16, yeah, when you're coming to that point of college now, and you're gonna be 18, you gotta get out your head that, you know, blaming your parents. That just can't run anymore.
Yeah.
Once you're 18, yeah, this is one thing. I think Asians have this very big thing, blaming your parents even at the age of 18. At 18, yeah, other cultures, you're an adult.
Yeah, go out the
Yeah,
house.
get out of the house, bro. Go live your life. Go get a job. Go move away for uni. This that. But Asians also at 18. Oh, my parents don't want to let me do this or whatever. It's like, bro, just charge it, innit? You're a man now, or you're a girl now, whatever. Like, you know, just gotta deal with it.
Yeah, and I think in that sense, let's take a leaf out of the Western book, out of
For
the
real.
white people's book. If you don't like the pressures that your parents are putting on you, and you really hate it, or you think you resent your parents, leave the yard.
For real.
Go pay your own rent.
For real.
Go and live life by yourself. Make your own decisions.
See how it is. Yeah, when all your income on that part-time job of yours isn't going on that Spain holiday and is going in your bills, yeah, long.
Long.
Yeah, we do need to understand that and
Yeah.
appreciate that sometimes. It is something that is quickly forgotten. Like, our parents do everything they can to make sure that we don't have a tough upbringing and
Yeah.
we don't have to pay rent at 18. We
Yeah.
don't have to do X, Y, Z, you know.
But a lot of people still don't pay rent till like 20
Bro,
something.
certain man are 27, 28 earning
Bro.
40, 50 bags and they don't pay anything.
Still
It's
don't
like-
pay. Like, they don't, you know.
But they also don't have savings, so I don't...
Yeah, I don't understand. But conversation for another day.
It's definitely a conversation for another day, bro. But yeah, I think...
No, I was gonna say, can I ask a question? Like, because
course.
obviously, if
course,
you're gonna
sir,
start
of course.
wrapping up soon, just on that note. So, for any like, or the younger lot that's like listening to this or watching it and listening to it, what advice would you give them if they're in that situation where their parents are putting pressure? Because that's kind of how the conversation started. But it didn't really get to the point where, like, what advice would you give them? What would you tell them? What do you think they should be doing in that situation if they're on a crossroads?
I mean, from everything we said, every situation is unique and everyone has their own way of dealing with their parents and the pressures that their parents put on them. But it is ultimately down to what you are passionate about and what you can make work. Because your parents can say one thing and you go and prove them wrong. You have to have that strength to prove them wrong. And to have that strength, you have to have passion in what what you believe in to be your career or your future. If you have an inkling of doubt and you think, okay, this might not work, that's the time to realize it, in my opinion. Because for me, when I had the first argument with my parents about degree versus apprenticeship, I didn't 100% know what I wanted to do. I found a good apprenticeship and I sort of wanted it. You know, it just enticed me, but I wasn't passionate about doing what the apprenticeship was. And I think my parents slightly clocked that. And I'm happy that they pressured me the way they did. Because for me, when I got to uni, I learned about so many opportunities that were open to me just because I had a degree. I could be a data analyst, I could be an accountant, I could go into government policy, I could go into X, Y, Z. Like, it was endless. So if you're someone who's teetering on the edge of something, always pick the option that opens the most doors for you. That might be the option that your parents say, and that might be the option that goes against what your parents say. At the end of the day, you've got to think about your future, and when you're successful, your parents won't care anymore.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the main thing that it comes to, though, age. When you're 14, 15, if you're like at that age and stuff,
Of course.
do not just try and make your own decision and say, bun education, I'm going to go social media marketing. Get your education. Especially now, you have to be in some sort of education till 18 or something,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like, just do it. Up to 18, you know, it's college. Do it. Like, just get it out of the way, because if anything, God forbid, happens, like, you may make it in your industry, and then at 22, something goes wrong, You got to fall back on something. If you don't have education, you're screwed. You're literally the same position as someone who's 16, 17. What do you do then? I feel like education is something I'll always say is very important. Just have that base. You don't have to go get a degree, but just having GCSEs and college, if it's a BTEC, A-level, some new thing they've got, something, I don't know what it was, but
God
it's
knows,
just
man, they're gonna keep
T-level,
coming up with
whatever
stuff
it
like
was,
that.
yeah. But it's like, just get out of the way, innit? Just suck it up, do it. Then do whatever you want. When you're 18, you can do whatever you want, bro. No one's stopping you. So, just, yeah, have education as a backing. Any final comments, sir?
No, pretty much what you guys said. But I would also say, last thing, I try have find a mentor, find someone that is in that field of yours, and then seek advice from them. See how they did it, and if you see, like, obviously, when I was young, all of these lot know it as well. Like, I'm always jumping into new things. Like I just like doing different things, and then I think I want to do, let's say, architecture, but really and truly, like, it was just a heightened passion of mine. It wasn't too much of a. It wasn't like something that I really, really wanted to do. It was just like, cool, I just wanted to do it. But yeah, like, I realized I didn't want to do it, and then now I'm going into something that will open more doors, as he said. I just found something that's a bit like, obviously I'm doing history and politics now, but I realized afterwards it's going to open up doors because
You study history and politics?
you're not my boy.
Bro, what do you want to be?
No, it's not even that. It's like, I know that the field I'm
I do
the
study
easy-
history, but I just wanted to catch this out here.
It's the easy degree so that he can be a
Just have a
shadi.com.
degree in it.
It's not easy, but it's nice.
Well, go on, bro. We finish. What
Yeah,
you're
but yeah,
saying.
that's what it is. Just find someone in that field that you're interested in, and then
Also,
get
please stay
advice from
safe
them.
when finding a mentor. Do it through elder people in your family.
Yeah.
Don't just go finding a mentor online.
I mean, careers advisors in school. That's an easy way. Like, you can ask them.
Yeah, definitely don't, as a 15-year-old, go looking for adults online. That will
Please
help
don't
you
do
out.
that. Like, just in case someone comes back and says, Sam told me to go find, disclaimer.
Yeah, go for your school. Go for your school.
School or your parents or something like that.
But yeah, I mean, follow us on socials. We do like to hear certain topics that we always forget about and that slip our mind because we're no longer that age that we can speak on and raise awareness about. And you can show your parents this episode and be like, oh, look, there's some benefits to it. There's, all of us have different forms of education and we're all still, living our life, alhamdulillah, like we can't complain.
Alhamdulillah.
The least educated one here has a house. And that's crazy. And on that note, we'll see you next time.